everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a first impressions video of some NYX products that I bought from Boots. I'll just be applying their base products. I haven't bought any like eyeshadow, eyeliner, anything like that, mainly because I have quite a lot of it already and I don't really need any more. So the bits that I got was the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Primer Base, the HD Studio Photogenic foundation, and I got that in the shade 101 Nude. I can't actually believe the state of the little counters of the samples in Boots. They're absolutely disgusting. Like, what the hell do people do with them? Like, I don't get it. They must just literally squeeze it out and just chuck it everywhere. It's vile. I feel so sorry for the people that work there and have to clean it up. I also got the dark circle concealer, which is in a box like that. I haven't actually opened any of these yet, so that's quite exciting. The HD finishing powder. I've got the mint green one, mainly because that's meant to help with redness, which I get quite a bit of, although luckily with this camera it doesn't actually show my redness, so that's great. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what this is like because I've never used a green product on my face. I mean, I know it's meant to be really good for cancelling out redness, but I've just never felt brave enough to try it, so this will be interesting. And then the last thing I got is the matte finish setting spray. Just looks like that. I do use a lot of setting sprays. The one that I'm currently using is the L'Oreal Infallible Fixing Mist, which just looks like that. So far I really like this, so if this one beats it, then I'll be quite happy. Okay, so I've already moisturised my face. I'm going to go on to primer. You'll have to excuse the fact that I'm still in my like Game of Thrones top, pajama top type thing. It is kind of early in the morning. I mean, it's just gone, what was it? Just gone 9:30. I just couldn't wait to like try these out. I love getting new makeup products. Okay, so it's like a cream primer. I haven't used one of those in ages. I always used to use the Rimmel white primer. Oh my god. Okay, it's very liquidy. I think I may have poured a little bit too much out. I look like I've got some sort of disease. Colour wise, it does look a little bit green actually. So I'm not sure if it's actually meant to cancel out redness as well. It dries pretty quickly, like already my face feels kind of tacky. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin, which is nice. I often find with cream primers like that, they're usually way too thick and then they just make your skin feel really heavy. That's even before you've put on any makeup whatsoever. By the way, sorry if you hear squeaking. This bloody chair. I love it. It's my favourite chair in the whole house, but it just squeaks like crazy. Okay, so that's all the primer sort of rubbed in. So you get a little teeny tiny pot. It kind of resembles the little eyeliner pots you can get. Ooh, I like how all their stuff is sealed actually. I often find with most of this stuff that someone's poked their fingers in or something like when you get it home, because I never check these things like actually in the store. I always realise it when I'm home and I'm just like, well, I'm not going to use that now. And it's sealed so well that I can't even get into it. Yes. This is the under eye concealer. The only thing that I hate with these things is that the little pot that you have to stick your finger in is so small usually. You can't actually get in there. By the way, I'm sorry if the lighting keeps on changing. The weather is a little bit crap today. One minute it's sunny, the next minute it's just utter garbage. Okay, coverage wise, I don't think that's actually gone on too badly. I do have quite blue under eyes, and I do struggle to hide them a lot of the time, but this is going on really smoothly. Usually with my concealer, I usually put it on with a damp beauty blender and then blend it all in, but actually this doesn't seem to need it. Like, I often find with this sort of stuff, like I've got one from Soap and Glory, which is the Kick-Ass concealer, If you use your finger to apply it, it's a little bit too cakey, whereas this, it's very light actually. It doesn't feel sticky on the skin. I don't know. It doesn't make your skin look cakey either. I don't know if you can actually like see. So going on to the thing that I'm most excited for is the foundation. I love foundations so much, but I always struggle to find a good one that fits me well, and ooh, it's just horrible. I don't really know how much to use though, so I may just use like a tiny bit and then add more if I need it. It's a very watery consistency, just like that. So I don't think you can actually need a lot. So you can't tell the colour payoff on the back of your hand, but I think it's going to be a very sheer foundation, which is not really ideal for me because I do need coverage. First impressions, I actually, considering it's quite lightweight, coverage isn't too bad. The only thing that worries me is because it is quite lightweight, it's gonna fade really quick, I think. Okay, I think by doing that I've just undone like the dark eye concealer, because I can see my dark patches again. So coverage wise, I can still see a lot of my blemishes, dark circles. It hasn't really done a lot to my skin, really. I think it still looks pretty much the same. I mean, you can see how it's quite dewy looking. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and then I will go on to the finishing powder and the setting spray. Okay, so I'm a little bit more glammed up now. Just going through like my makeup, you can usually tell like if it's a good foundation or not. Tends to go a little bit patchy, changes colour, anything like that. I haven't noticed any oxidization, I don't think. It hasn't really changed coverage wise. It's still very sort of sheeny, as you can see on my cheek just here. So yes, I'm going to go in now with the finishing powder, see what that does to it. I don't think it'll really do anything, but we'll soon find out. Ooh, whew. It has toned down the dewiness, so it's slightly mattifying. Oh my god, it powders like everywhere. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it's literally gone everywhere. It's definitely a dab type product. Oh my god, it's everywhere. Okay, so that is with the powder on. Doesn't look too bad, I suppose. It's alright. It does add a little bit of coverage actually. As for dulling down the redness, I think I can agree with that. Usually, like the main places I get it is in like a triangle just here, but you can't actually see that through the powder, so that's good. So I'm now going to try out the matte finish setting spray and see what that does to it. It goes absolutely everywhere. It doesn't really mist evenly. It kind of goes in blotches a little bit, which I'm not too much of a fan of. So you can see there's like a shiny bit on my head, like where it's blobbed, and there's another bit like down here somewhere. I don't know how I'm feeling about these products. I mean, the under eye concealer started off really well, but as soon as you put foundation on top of it, it just disappears. Right, I'm going to do my hair, and then we'll see if this setting spray actually does keep you matte, or after a little bit of time it does make you a little bit shiny like some setting sprays do. Okay, so a little bit more time has now passed. I've now waved my hair and got it ready for when I get dressed and stuff. The actual texture of my face, it sounds really weird, it hasn't actually changed at all. It's not any more shiny than it was really before. I mean, it doesn't really feel like you're actually wearing anything, and when I look up close in my mirror, I can't really see anything. Like I often find with some lightweight foundations, they tend to really sit into like my laugh lines and like stuff like that, whereas this one hasn't. So I don't know, it's kind of redeeming itself as the time seems to be going on. Okay, so it's been a few hours since I last filmed. I have filmed my video, I'm currently adding it onto my laptop and stuff like that. As for this makeup, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it hasn't really budged. The only trouble that I'm having really is the fact that it's not as high coverage as I would like it to be. Basically, I'm very self-conscious about, I don't know, my redness and stuff like that for some reason. I mean, it shouldn't really matter, but I don't know, it just bothers me. I mean, on camera, it doesn't actually look bad at all, really. Like, I can't see any redness in the camera, but if I look into the mirror that I've got just here, I can see it a little bit, and I don't know. Whenever I'm wearing makeup, I like it just to cover everything as much as possible, really. So if you are looking for a foundation that is lightweight, really easy, just improves your skin ever so slightly, then this is definitely the foundation that you should try. Whereas if you're more like me and you need a little bit more coverage, they have got other foundations in their range, so maybe I will try some of their other foundations and see how I got on with those. I like it, but I don't like it, and it's just, I can't make a proper decision at all. As for the powder I absolutely love that. Like, it hasn't changed. I don't know if it's actually, to be fair, I don't know whether it's the powder or if it's the setting spray, but whichever one it is, or if it's a mixture of the two, it has completely made my makeup stay in place perfectly. Nothing has creased. Like, obviously I've been talking, I've been laughing and stuff like that, like when I mess up in videos. Let's face it, if you make YouTube videos, you'll know what I mean. The laugh line hasn't like creased at all. My under eyes haven't creased that much. I mean, I do have a little bit of problem with under eye bags and lines and stuff like that. But to be fair, it hasn't really, I don't know, highlighted it or anything like that. So these two I really like. As for the dark circle concealer, it's good if you just want this and nothing else, but I'm not sure if it's because this foundation is quite watery, and then when I was blending the foundation in, maybe it took some of this off or what, but I don't know, it just didn't stay how it was when I put it on first, which was pretty perfect, really. I just tend to put a little bit of my foundation over my under eye concealer, just so then it sort of blends the colours, because sometimes I find if you use a under eye corrector, it can tend to be more orange looking, and then when you go out into natural daylight it looks a little bit weird. As for the primer, nothing groundbreaking really. I like how it dries into the skin, how it doesn't make your skin feel like tacky or like it's clogged up or anything like that. To be fair, I have nothing bad to say about it. It's a primer, it does the job, it keeps your makeup in place, like it keeps it sat still, not like melting in random places, which sometimes under the soft boxes that I have tends to happen. Like, I notice that I get like sort of weird, shiny, blotchy, patchy places in my face. All in all, NYX products I like. It's just the foundation that I'm a little bit on the fence about. Everything else isn't too bad. The eye concealer, I may just have to adapt how I do my makeup when I'm using it. If you're on the lookout for some new makeup to try, then I definitely recommend NYX's range. I would be tempted to maybe try some of their eyeshadows, but I have like 7 eyeshadow palettes that I use on a daily basis as it is, so I can't really put another one into it, so I just won't do it. And if you'd like me to film any more first impression videos or like brand focus type videos, then leave that down in the comments below and I will see what I can do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye!